Determine the first derivative using logarithmic differentiation. So this is an interesting equation. Before we dig into the logarithmic differentiation process, I think it's worth talking about this equation for a second because I want to make sure it's very clear to you why you have to use logarithmic differentiation. And you actually don't have another option in this case. So be careful because when you see an equation like this, you might make the mistake and think that you could use your power rule. For example, like you would on y equals x cubed, where your derivative would be 3x squared. But remember, the power rule is only going to apply for a power function. And a power function is going to have an exponent here that is a number, and then the base is where we have our variable. So that's going to be a power function. This is not a power function because, again, if you take a look at that exponent is not a number. That exponent contains a variable. And then you also might think that this equation could be treated like y equals 2 to the x, let's say, an exponential equation. Well, once again, the derivative of y equals 2 to the x would be 2 to the x times the natural log of 2. But this function that we're given, it doesn't count as an exponential function either. So take a little look. Remember, to be exponential, we have a variable in the exponent, but the base is going to be a number. Here is base 2. And if we look at our equation, f of x equals x to the 1/2 power, the base here is a variable. So even though we do have a variable in the exponent, we have a variable in the base as well. And so that's why we are not able to utilize the power rule, and we cannot use our exponential rule either for derivatives. For this crazy equation here, x to the 1/x power, we are essentially stuck. We're stuck using this process of logarithmic differentiation, which I actually like a lot, so I don't feel stuck at all. Hopefully you won't feel stuck either when we're done. All right, so the first step in logarithmic differentiation is to just go ahead and change the f of x, and it's easier to write it as y. So y is equal to x raised to the 1/x power. And then we're going to take the natural log of both sides. And now you could use any logarithm of any base. I'm choosing natural log. And I'm choosing natural log, remember, because the derivative of natural log is so nice. The derivative of natural log of x is just 1/x, and that's a pretty clean derivative. So that's why it's useful to use the natural log. Now, the whole purpose of logarithmic differentiation is you want to use your knowledge of logarithms to help make the derivative process easier. So we still want to continue using logarithms as much as we can on the right-hand side. In this case, we have our power rule for logarithms, which allows us to bring the exponent out in front. So we'll have the natural log of y is equal to 1/x times the natural log of x. And now on the right-hand side, there is no other property of logarithms that we can use. So this is where the calculus begins. So we are going to take the derivative of everything on the left and the derivative of everything on the right with respect to x. Remember, this is called implicit differentiation. Now, on the left side, we're taking the derivative of natural log of y, so that will give us 1/y. But we have to remember the chain rule and chain on the derivative of y with respect to x, dy dx. Now, on the right-hand side, before you jump in, take a look closely at what's happening here. We have 1/x multiplied by natural log of x. So because we're taking the derivative of that, we're going to need to use the product rule. So remember, the product rule says we take the first function and then multiply it by the derivative of the second, plus the second function multiplied by the derivative of the first. So let's use our product rule here. 1/x is our first factor. Then we're multiplying it by the derivative of natural log of x, which is also 1/x, plus the second factor, which is natural log of x, multiplied by the derivative of the first factor. Now remember, 1/x can be thought of as x to the -1 power. So the derivative of x to the -1 would be negative x to the -2. So we really have 1/y times dy dy dx is equal to 1 over x squared. And then I'm going to go ahead and rewrite this a little bit. I'm going to write it as negative natural log of x. And then since I have x raised to the negative 2 power, that would push to the denominator. And we could write that as natural log of x over x squared. Now we want to solve for dy dx. We want to get dy dx by itself. And remember that right now it's being multiplied by 1 over y. So then we can just multiply both sides by y. So everything on the right-hand side will get multiplied by y. So dy dx, the derivative of y, it will be equal to, we could leave this quantity here the way you have it, or you could notice that you do have a common denominator. So if you wanted to write it as one big fraction, you certainly could. And that's going to get multiplied by y. Now we don't want to leave our answer like this because we have our derivative in terms of both x and y. Rather, we want to get rid of this y. So if we go back to the original, we can see that y was originally equal to x to the 1 over x power. So we can substitute that back into our derivative here. So that would be dy dx is equal to the quantity 1 minus natural log of x, all divided by x squared, and then multiplied by x to the 1 over x power. And this would be our final answer for the derivative using logarithmic differentiation.